Hey there, welcome to Coaching with Tally in a series called Windows to the Soul, all about connecting to those experiences from our past that affect our current situation and our future. So we have been deep diving into just really a model of emotional healing this week. It's been really, really powerful, and we've looked at the impact of negative experiences on our lives and how it comes in and impacts us at different levels. It impacts our thinking, limiting beliefs that we end up having, lies that we believe, and how we act out of that. We looked at our emotions and the way that we store emotion, and how that can play out in different situations that feel similar to a wounding experience from our past. Today we talked about dysfunctional behaviors and how that shows up in our life when we didn't get something that we needed, or we did get something that we didn't need, and how we form dysfunctional behaviors out of those places. And today we are talking about the wounding experience. So the thing that really is underneath all of those things that show up in our life out here in different ways is a wounding experience. So it's like an experience that happened to you that impacted your life, often when we're young, but it can be anywhere along the line. Usually the younger that we are, the more impact it has, the longer it's had to leave an imprint, and the more of our life that we've lived out of that either belief system or that emotional energy that's blocked in, that we hold in our body, whatever. The impact that it's had has been longer. And often the younger that we are, the less coping or the less skills that we have to be able to process through some of those things. So when we have experiences, they impact us at a lot of levels. The beautiful thing that I want to say is that we are totally able to go and have healing brought to those experiences in our lives. We can actually reshape and reframe a whole lot of the things that we have come to believe and know and feel because of those negative experiences. So today, talking about the wound, which is really the core at the kind of bottom of all of these layers that we've been addressing. My name is Tally. I'm a life and personal development coach, and I work with leaders to create lives of overflowing impact in the world that are centered in a place of joy, getting you aligned to who it is you most truly are, get you firing on all cylinders, and creating a life that you love living so that you can be in overflow and impact other people. So that is what I do. I work with private clients, I do group coaching, and I've just been doing this series touching on many of the different things that I do with my private clients, and this is just a place that I come and jump on and offer free just wisdom that I've gained, things I've learned from courses I've taken, certifications. So this is one that I got certified in back in 2005 by a man named Terry Wardle. He has an organization called Healing Care, and this modality, this framework literally changed my life. My ability to see life with this overlay on it was like, I just so much clicked. I understood so much. I understood people more. I understood how to work through my own stuff more powerfully. Incredibly helpful. So you can go back through the last week if you want to see some of the other pieces of this model that we've touched on: the lies, the dysfunctional behaviors, the emotional upheaval, the life situation and how it shows up just kind of in life, but at the root of all of it. So all of those things are kind of like fruit. Like if you see an apple growing, you're like, okay, this is an apple tree. You know that there are roots under the ground that are creating the fruit. So if you can get below basically the symptoms of what is going on in your life because of what happened, if you can get to the root cause and you can deal with it at that level, it's the most powerful way to handle all of the other things, the lies that we believe, the dysfunctional behaviors and how they show up, the emotional upheaval and all of that goes on. If we can get to the wounding experience and have a re-experience of something powerful. So there are so many different modalities out there in terms of emotional healing. I think all of them have their place, and there can be effectiveness in a lot of them. Often, I shouldn't say often, a lot of them deal with the symptoms. Like, so we were talking about lies that you believe, or the emotions. So there are different modalities that will help get at some of those things. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or different somatic experiences. That somatic means that you're getting into your body. I think the most powerful way to address it is any modality that addresses you as a whole person. So mind, soul, body, and spirit. And with Healing Care, if you guys want to have a powerful emotional experience that reshapes a lot of this, and you're interested in having one that involves spirituality as part of it, I have some people that I can refer to you that I went through this training with and that do this work, and it's beautiful, it's powerful. And it has been incredibly healing for me. So it basically allows you to, through visualization, go in, and you don't necessarily reprocess a whole experience that you had, like as if you're there experiencing it. You are able to experience it from a different standpoint and reframe all of the meaning in it. It's really, really beautiful. But it is really a formational experience. So if that's something you would like to have an experience of, reach out to me and I will get you connected. I'll refer you over. So basically, any kind of trauma that you have in your life, and if you have the fruit in your life, if you have these this emotional upheaval, if you have limiting beliefs, if you have lies that you believe, dysfunctional behaviors, if you're seeing those things in your life, you're not stuck with that thing. I want to say that. It's, I think, incredibly encouraging to know that there is so much that you can do to reshape and reframe and to heal some of those things that are creating that for you. So none of us really want to have any of those things in our life. It can create a lot. Any kind of trauma that we have in our life that we're carrying around with us, it affects us. It affects our relationships. It affects our emotions. It affects, like how we show up in the world. What we believe impacts the results that we end up with in life. So if you want to be able to reshape, if you want to be able to shift these things, there are really beautiful and powerful modalities to do that. So wounding experiences, one thing I want to say about them is that it basically is getting something that you didn't want in life, getting something that you didn't need or want, or not getting something that you did need in life. So it's either some layer of neglect, not getting something that you needed, like those core longings that we talked about earlier in the week, or it's getting something that you didn't need, and that's some form of abuse. Even if it was like bullying, it could be something that was a one-time event, a loss. So not getting something you needed. Often if you lost someone that you love, there's something there. There might be some ungrieved pain there, that kind of thing. So there are lots of things that happen to us at different stages in our life that we still carry around that are unprocessed. So I just want to say there is hope. There is the ability to have those things offloaded. And once we have that, then we have freedom in those areas. So really, really beautiful. So really, we can address it at any of these levels. We addressed it earlier in the week with the lies that we believe and reshaping limiting beliefs. We can address it at that level. And then we can still have emotions that we're holding on to with that same event. So there are lots of things where we'll address them at certain levels. Maybe we'll let ourselves feel the loss of it. We'll cry. We'll release something emotionally, but we still have a belief in our mind that like people that I love will go away or something like that if it's somebody that we lost. So we can address it at different levels, but when we address it at the wound level, when we do it there, then all of these layers end up getting healed, which is beautiful. So I really want to encourage you to address it at whatever level you're feeling most led, and you can at any level. You can address the limiting beliefs, you can address the dysfunctional behaviors that have come out of that and reshape that. We talked about ways to do that. You can address it at an emotional level or where it's stored in your body, the negative energy, and you can also address it at the wound level. So when we've had an experience of something, it takes another more powerful experience really to reshape that in our brain, because the episodic memory, where it's stored in our brain when it happens experientially, it's the most powerful way that we store information. It stores at a lot of different levels when we do that. Episodic, so episode meaning experience that we've had, is really, really powerful. So when we've had a negative experience, having a reshaping, more powerful, positive experience, it's almost like the trump card when you're playing euchre. You lay down the trump card, and that's the more powerful one. That's the one that ends up sticking and really shaping what we flow out of, what we live out of. So you can have reshaping, powerful experiences. That's why modalities that involve experiential growth, learning are so powerful. That is why organizations like Next Level have such powerful results, because there's so much that is experiential. That's why having relationships in your life that overlay a new basically experience of something in your life that you've believed a different way, and then you have a new experience that can really reshape something. So beautiful, powerful experiences are available to us, and we can find healing for the wounds that we carry around with us from even if it was decades and decades and decades ago. So that is all I'm going to leave you with today, because I don't want to go too long, but just know that there are really beautiful and powerful modalities for healing out there. And if you want any referrals, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to connect you with people who have done the work that I've engaged in, that I've been trained in, that I don't do a lot of that anymore because I'm mostly just doing the coaching, but it is something I've been trained in and have awareness of and know people that I can connect you with. So if that's something you want to try, you don't have to be in person with them. It can be done on the phone. Powerful. So blessings. I am sending you lots of love this week. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern. You're so welcome.